Warning, this show is not for the serious or sensitive individual. I repeat, this show is not for the sensitive or serious individual.
In other words, if you sensitive, do you a favor, definitely do me a favor, and get the fuck from around here, player. Yeah.
There goes the neighbor. There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighbor. There goes the neighborhood.
Yes, y'all. Welcome, y'all, to another episode of There Goes the Neighborhood. I am Dom G, and tonight with me, we got a very, very, very special guest. This set, 6145, is going to be here, and we're going to talk some smack about some real life shit that goes on maybe in your own crib. But let's not start trouble too early in the show. I want you guys to stay tuned. I want you guys fighting, and you got to cut off everything. Let's not do that. We're not going to do that. Okay. Again, tonight we're going to be talking about opposite sex friends. Okay. Opposite sex friends. It's a touchy subject for a lot of people. It's difficult for a lot of people. I'm one to have gone back and forth with it, right? Like, there's exceptions to the rule, but we're going to get into that in a little bit. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everyone who is continuing to support, who's been sharing all the work, who's been just really helping me make life that much easier. And I truly, truly appreciate it. T, what's up, T? Appreciate you. Thanks for joining me. Listen, it's gonna get a little crazy tonight. So just again, if you got a partner that's jealous and you're watching together, don't start fighting. I don't want to be the cause of any dilemma. I don't want to be the cause of any problem. Okay, let's not do this. Let's have a good time. So, real quick, I want to introduce my guys that are coming on right now. The set 6145. They have a podcast, amazing podcast. They speak about everything that goes on in the world. I mean, they're just very, very, very intriguing individuals that just, I mean, their chemistries is beyond anything else that I know as far as partners in the podcast. So let's introduce my guys really quickly by showing a little clip of what exactly it is they do.
And I think this is it in a nutshell to help you understand what Harlem people are like. Harlem dudes are like a 5-foot dude who walks around all day trying to convince everybody he's 6'4". And no matter what you tell him, he's like, nope, I'm 6'4". That's Harlem. So
Harlem is the swag. They with that swag.
Everything. So salute to Harlem for repping yesterday. Dipset did their thing. But they got handled. They definitely got handled.
Mm-hmm. I was kind of like giving my opinion of, don't stress, what you don't have to stress. Kind of like live, control what you can control, and then you start getting like, oh, I didn't know you and you and you and
your moron friend.
Our libtards over there.
On the game, he definitely set a standard. He bring a very big lightheartedness to hip hop, especially during the golden era. It was, it was an amazing time for hip hop. Aside from that, I really don't like this headline, the Clown Prince of Hip Hop. He wasn't a clown. Like, this was so much bigger than that. And I think Rolling Stone and everybody else who ran with this are real suckers. But
bro, Vapors, come on.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Mr. A and Mr. Sally Sasson in the building. What is good, fellas? I know. Celly Sasson's having a little technical difficulties. We're trying to figure everything out. As soon as he's gets the mic right, he'll be right with us. But right now, I guess, hey, you gotta have to take over the airwaves and help me kill all these people in the building right now. What's good, brother?
Listen, man. I know that my partner's having an issue right now. But I have to say, man, salute to you on that intro, man. I'm humbled by it to see, somebody put our work together that way and show us in a light that we're trying to convey to everybody. Right.
Hey, man, you did an amazing job.
Yeah, man, you did an amazing job right there. That piece was definitely love. I appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, brother. Hey, well deserved, man. Well deserved, brother. Just want to give some shout outs real quick. Before we even get going on the topic, especially my man John, got to meet him and his lovely wife Stephanie this past weekend. It's his birthday today. John, just want to say happy birthday, brother. Hope you're having an amazing day, and I'm looking forward to a lot of business things that we're going to be doing in our future, which we're going to be bringing to you on There Goes the Neighborhood. That's at a later date. We got amazing things going on, and I'm excited to really start sharing it with people and being able to help some people out there. But for now, that's not what we're here to talk about, people. What we're here to talk about is the partner that might be right next to you right now with a wonderful friend. You know that guy, you know that girl, right? Maybe your husband has a little girlfriend, just a friend though. Remember what Biz Mark said? And you say just a friend. Oh, baby, you. Right? Hey, it is what it is. Off the top, though, hey, I want to tell you something, right? You know me. I like to base my work on science. I like evidence to back up my talk. Okay, because you got a lot of people here that want to fight me on certain things. What's up, Chris? Research. This is research, people. This is a study that was found that when it comes to friends between men and women tend to care more about being sexually involved with that friend than a man does. Which really blew my mind when I read this. They said that men actually do care more about the friendship and don't like to cross that line because they don't want to ruin the friendship. Where women are more conniving. They have more of a thought process of, I guess, sneakily having some type of vibe that they're looking to get into.
Cultivate.
Yeah, exactly. So, I definitely found that to be interesting because I would have definitely thought it was the other way around.
For sure.
What's your take on that, eh?
Well, let me pretext my answer so that everybody can understand my perspective. First and foremost, you got to understand that we can't trust studies. I'm just sorry. Like, don't believe everything. You know what I mean? Because we can't buy into generalizations because that's not everybody, right? That's the first part. The second part is it all depends on the individual, right? Now, by some accords, a woman's nature is very nurturing. So when they build a friendship, there is this sort of, I want to take care and I want to be nice and I want to do and blah, 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 blah. Whereas a man is like a conquering nature where they just want to conquer every little bit of whatever you have. I'm just going to put it that way. But what I will say is, I think it's healthy for us to have discussions like this because we can understand that these studies cannot encompass everybody and how they do things and operate within their relationships. Everything is different. No one size fits all. That is very true. And that's why I like to tend to say, even though I like to scientifically prove my facts, I like to look at my own Dom G book and open it up and say, listen, these are the facts. Because most of the time, like everyone that watches knows I'm right with most of the stuff I say. So,
It is
So
what
modest
it
of
is.
you.
So the women can't fight me. Oh, hold on. I got to stop for a second. Give a shout out to Mama. Hey, Mama, love you. Thank you for watching.
You got to do it properly. Bendición, mommy.
Bendición, mommy. And
There you go.
forgive me for all the nasty shit that's about to come out my mouth. But I get it from you and Pop. So it's I guess you're responsible for me.
Oh man.
Lord, the ego. There's no ego with this. This is not about ego. This is about scientific facts. Okay, so let's get that clear. All right, let's talk about. It's hard to tell the intentions of opposite sex friendship, and I think that's facts, right? Like it's hard when you're in a relationship and you have a partner that has a friend. It's tough to be like, you want to believe that it's truly a friendship, right? Like I do have I have a couple actually of real close women friends that it's strictly friendships. There's no, and I'll even go one step further on that. A while back, one of my very close girlfriends that we became we used to fool around when we were a lot younger. We became so close as friends that we tried to fool around again. And when that happened, it was the fucking weirdest feeling. I had to stop. And we stopped in the middle because we were just laughing. Like it just didn't feel right. It felt like almost a brother and sister type of nastiness. You know what I mean? It was like, I can't do this shit. I was like, nah, we can't do this no more. And from there, it was just official that's it. You can't give me no more ass. We are officially friends from here. From here on out, that's all it's going to be. Which shocked me. I didn't think that was possible. Like I thought I could fuck any friend that was female forever, the rest of my life. I didn't think I was gonna get to a point that there was actually a friendship for me.
Right.
But oh stop. Who told? No, nobody told nothing. I'm just telling what it was. That was it. but so I do know, firsthand that there's there's possible friendships that can become close, especially, if you've known each other your whole life. That's different, right? I don't even really want to care to get into that much because as far as I'm concerned, people might feel differently. I don't know how you feel, but if you've had a friend since you were kids or high school, whatever, I would never try to come between that. Like, I'm going to trust and believe that that's what it is, a friendship.
Right.
If y'all fooled around in the past, look, it is what it is. I'll still take your word for it. It's a friendship now. That's what you're telling me. I got to believe it. I can't go against that. Right? I got to give you your space and time. What do you got to say about that?
I mean, this is the reality. Excuse me. Friendships are a very difficult thing to understand. And what I mean by that is simple. You don't understand what friendship really means to you until you gradually become an adult, right? I know millions of people, not millions. I know I know a lot of people, right? I wouldn't call them friends. Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't, because friendship is something that has a lot of meaning to it. And my friends that I do have in my life, those are people that I could pick up the phone at 3 a.m. and be like, yo, something happened or whatever. Right.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
When it comes to that, people nowadays like to use that as a guise of entry. Meaning, oh, that's my friend. The reality is they're trying to knock it down. Right. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you have to understand where your relationship is with this person. Are you just starting to date? Do they understand the boundaries of how you get down? Because you might be two social people who have like slews of friends and be clubbing and whatever, and mad girls, and she knows mad guys, and that's how y'all move. And that's cool. You keep those friends. However, there's some people that operate differently. Listen, we're a couple now. We serious. We working towards something. They ain't none of that keeping single dudes around. Like that's, oh, you know him from childhood? All right, cool. But all this, oh yeah, I just met Fulano the other day and now we, no. Yeah. That's out.
I agree with that 100%. Yep, I agree. Like, I don't believe in new friends, right? Like, you might get a new job, have somebody there. Okay, you want to call it an acquaintance, whatever it is.
Right.
But the one-on-one going out, hanging out, no, that's not happening. That's off limits completely. You want to have a friend? That's cool. We can all go out together and whatever, hang out, and that's cool. allow me to get that vibe off of what's going on, right? Because I think a lot of times, I know again from personal experiences, sometimes, you know, we tend to find someone that might be a little sexy, cute. We get a little cute. Now we become friends, right? But we're just friends. That's all, it's just friends. But we know deep down, you like the end of the day, you have to do some soul searching. And a lot of you women out there, okay, because I'm defending my guys on this, a lot of you women got to do some soul searching first, because y'all tend to know what it is, but continue to act like you don't. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that is that, you know, you'll meet a guy that's handsome or whatever, but you want to claim to death that he is just a friend, right? That he's just someone that I talk to, whatever, not even a friend, maybe just someone you just met at work, just talking to. But again, when I say the soul searching is really look at what is it that is allowing you to even want to continue to speak to this individual? What is it? Right? There's usually something there, right? We you know, all right, you can give me the card that he's the nicest person I've ever met.
Whatever.
All right. Maybe possible.
You know who's nice? But Jesus is nice.
But see, because we know we're not letting any lines be crossed. Listen, and that's different, right? I can understand that. Like some of you do. Some of them know how to, you know, keep that boundary where if you're let's put it this way, if you're meeting a guy, say at work, a friend, new guy, and you're not stressing to that man how much you love your man, you're not stressing to him how wonderful your man is, and you're not saying things to that nature, then again, you need to do some soul searching, because then there's something missing with your partner. There's something that's not right with your partner that's keeping you from telling that person that, right? There's something there, without a doubt. What you think about that, eh?
I mean, the reality is we're speaking from a premise of a relationship, right? That's the impression that I'm getting. So the fact of the matter is that I'm a married man. I've been married for many, many years, talking 26 years. I've been with the same woman, no outside children, none of that side chick, none of that bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. There's no way, shape, or form that any woman comes into contact with me and they don't hear about my wife. They don't see my ring. They don't understand that the way I move in the world is always from a place of, this is my commitment, and these are my morals and principles above everything else. And we could be cool, and I can make you laugh, and you probably make me laugh, but at the end of the day, it's a platonic thing. You could be the coolest person in the world, and I'll tell you, yo, not for nothing, you'll get along with my wife. Mm-hmm. Like I've said that before. Like, yo, you know, I gotta introduce you to my wife. Yo, you two will get along.
Yeah, letting it be known right away.
Not only that, but I'm in my office when I'm at work or whatever. There's pictures of my wife and my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I live my life. And you have to live outwardly to communicate to the world. Like, that's not me. Mm-hmm. Maybe y'all get down like that or whatever, but that's not me. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You keep people away like that.
Mm-hmm. I read Chris. So much to say about this. I have guy friends established for years, and my boyfriend never even met him. But I wouldn't be out here making new guy friends. Okay, and that's true. I mean, Chris saying I've known her since high school, right? I consider her a girlfriend of mine, and we're cool people, right? But we've never crossed that line. We've always just been cool.
You know her man?
I don't know her man. Okay, so that again, and now if she comes and whatever, we're hanging out one day, even if it's a crew, and me and her hanging out, maybe we have a dance or whatever. He ain't gonna like that. He's not gonna like that, right? So it's again, it's about the soul searching of what you're doing. No, you have to be real about it. You have to be real about it. I mean, because again, it's such a iffy, wishy-washy type of subject, because you know right away the argument becomes what? Oh, you're jealous. Oh, you're insecure. Controlling. You're insecure. Right? That becomes what is being said. And now it becomes, okay, let me take a look at myself. Because you know what? There's been times in my life that I've been jealous. There's been times in my life that I've been insecure. So I had to learn to understand that, all right, am I projecting my insecurities on my partner's relationship with a friend? Right? I mean, I've never been in that situation, but you know, it's just, you have to kind of be honest with it. You have to be real because again, it's like you said before, the older we get, we just become more aware of life in general, people in general. So it's a little easier to understand friendships as opposed to when you're 25 years old and you're out there, every friend I'm fucking. Like you are not my friend at 25. I'm fucking you. Like that's just what it is. That's just what it was gonna be. Like I'm not gonna lie. You know, I was not thinking of like that wasn't possible to me. Like that was not possible to me to have a friend unless it was like a friend that I fooled around with, sister, you know, things like that of that nature. But if I met you and we weren't meant to be friends, right? But again, you know, get a little older, things change. And things become, but then that puts us in another place, right? Because now you have these friends that you've known your whole life, friends that you fucked, point blank. You know, I got plenty of friends that I've slept with. But
well, let me ask you something, Dom. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't call those people friends.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean,
that presents a false presentation to the person you're dealing with. And that, see, people have to understand that. Like when you're an adult, you got to act accordingly. And if you're going to be telling somebody, oh, that's my friend, then lo and behold, y'all go to a function and that friend is there. And then your cousin who loves your girl or your sister or your auntie or whoever that loves your girl says, oh, what's that cualquiera doing here? You better watch it. You know he used to fuck her. Then you look crazy because you've been essentially lying. No, not essentially. You've been lying to her. And now in her mind, yo, why this dude's telling me that's his friend and he used to smash?
Well, now you see. Look, I'm not that type, and there's people that can vouch for me. I'll be straight real and been out. If I'm out with my lady, see somebody I smash, if she asks me, I'm gonna tell her straight up, yes, I smashed it. But that's the thing, is the being honest and truthful, right? Because that's the hardest part for us as men and women is to be real about it, and you can't do that if you don't have a true friend as a partner. If that's not your friend, your love, you can't. There's no honesty there. Right. So once you cut that off, how can you truly be able to live your life without having to have those kind of worries? Like, I don't want those worries. That's why I'm single today. Because if you can't deal with my honesty and what it is, then I don't want to deal with it. I want a partner that's going to trust and believe in me. That's it. I'm going to tell you what everything is, straight up rawness. You might not like it, but it is what it is. Enjoy that. You know what I mean? That's why people tend to just hold back too much, and eventually it's going to hurt. Shahida says, so are you saying the only reason why women are friends with people from the opposite sex is because something is lacking in the relationship? No, I'm not saying that's the only reason. I'm just saying that a lot of the times that's what happens. You know, when you start to lack, if your man's not showing you attention, or woman, whatever, is not giving you the time you need, or you're not able to converse about certain things, you know, important things, and you're going to that friend now to talk about those things, then yeah, your partner is definitely missing something, because those shouldn't be conversations you're having with a friend. That should be a conversation you're having with your partner. So if you're doing that, then yeah, there's something lacking in the relationship.
That's a fact.
It depends how close you dancing. That's true. But I mean, I've grinded some booties that were just friends. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, to get the little booty bumps. Yeah, women all love to do that shit. Try to throw us backwards, hoping we fall or something.
Whoa. Easy with the generalizations, bro. My wife don't go to no functions and be throwing. Look, let me say this. I gotta speak to this point here.
See, and that's a married man, y'all. See, that's a married man for 20 years, and this is a single man. So
no, but even still, let me be clear about something. That's why I wanted to bring this up.
I think Sally's back. Let's see. Is he back? Sal, you here?
Now?
Hey,
yeah. Sally's in the building. Let's give him a
Let's go,
Sally's
brother.
in the building. What's good, Sally Sal?
What's going on, boy?
Yeah, I didn't think about this, but now I just came to realization. I understand what Sully just did.
What he did?
He knew that there was going to be some hot topics, but he wanted to test the waters first. He said, hold on, before I let them know that my mic is working, let me see where he's going right now.
Yeah,
Before,
for real.
I see. Now I see. I told you, Sal, I got the extra empty room. You're welcome to come for the night if you get kicked out tonight, bro. You're good. That's good, brother.
What's good? What's up? Yeah,
Nah, man, everything good, man. Everything good. Jamie Rodriguez. Hello, señorita.
Ugh.
Santos was like, yo, don't do that beginning of the show, bro.
the cuerno down real quick. I wanted to say that people tend to think that there's certain things that you do while you're in a relationship that are okay. For instance, the whole dancing thing, right? Sally, you should know more than anybody because you're like a salsa dancer, and dancing salsa is an intimate thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, that can be conveyed two different ways. You could be dancing with a woman and you two can understand what's going on. And people on the outside don't really see it, right? When you're dancing salsa. But somebody looking at it from a different perspective could say, yo, you know what? I don't want you dancing with dude. And sometimes it goes over women's heads. Women are or sometimes they play that they don't know. And they play aloof. What are you talking about? He's just my friend. No. You don't know.
Don't give me that.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Dude.
A bust this.
Yeah.
Dude, you got what I need.
You be that phone call one day. Oh, you know what? Come over. Let me talk to you real quick. You don't see it. But the point I'm making to you is there has to be lines in your relationships that just don't get crossed, and you got to respect them, whether it's you or it's her. But in order for that to happen, you build and grow an understanding as you're together over time. And that's how that comes to be.
Well, that, like I said, that's something I would have to learn from you two because, you guys have had the wives for some time. You know,
First of all, I can't relate. I took salsa lessons to meet women. So let's get that straight.
That is the best way. Chrisanne says, if you did sleep with a friend years ago, but now you two are legit only friends, never would sleep together, is it wrong still having that friend? I'll let you guys answer this one.
So
what? I ain't hear that.
If you smashed a friend, there it is. If you did sleep with a friend,
but you guys are friends now and don't sleep together no more, is it wrong still having that friend?
Are you in a relationship with someone else, or are you single?
Yes.
Your relation. I mean, you probably have to be honest with your mate. Like, yo,
that's what I said.
Got that shit years ago, and we're cool now. But I get it. If you don't want me around her, whatever. Or vice versa.
And you might want to say like, no, the pussy was trash. The pussy was whack. Don't worry about it. It helps. It
we figured out we're better off as friends.
You should never do that.
Los, what up, Los? He says a shoulder to cry on is a penis to ride on.
That's a
fact. I gotta say facts.
That's a fact.
That is fact. That is 1,000,000% facts. I gotta give you a quick for that one because there's no doubt. Again, that goes back to what I was saying before, right? If you're going to a friend with issues that are important, talking about things that are important, period, that's because something from your man is lacking, and that's why you're going that route. So that's facts, 100%. Jamie, you shouldn't be sleeping with all your friends. I do not sleep with all my friends. Who said anything about sleeping with all my friends? I don't sleep with all my friends.
Yo, Dom, I wanted to speak to what Sully just said because he made a very important point. You have to put it to your woman, because we're speaking from our perspective as men. You have to put your woman in the know, because the last thing you ever want to do,
definitely important, man.
The last thing you ever want to do to your woman is to not only make her look foolish, but make her look foolish publicly, and that means in the world. Like, yo, this thing, the chi I see this, you don't know.
And there's so many fucking men, and especially men, women too, but there's so many that are okay with that. And that shit is fucked up.
Making your relationship less valuable to the world. Meaning people are looking at that and going, he don't give a fuck about her. You understand? Don't come to me, oh, that's your woman. You don't give a fuck. You had the chi out here and the one you used to smash before, and they all come into the baby shower. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then in that moment, your woman has every right to give you the business. You got to tell her. And the last thing I'm going to say is, you don't ever say, "Oh, the the skins was trash."
No, you don't. I mean,
women are like, I ain't
not.
hearing that shit. So
I don't want to hear that the dick was trash. I'd rather not hear that.
I don't want to hear nothing. Keep it to yourself.
Let's see. T says it's all about you handling your business as an adult. Don't keep secrets in your relationship. Respect is respect. My husband couldn't have female friends I don't know about. That is suspect. No, I agree. I mean, I definitely don't think you should have opposite sex friends that your partner doesn't know about. Again, it's not about jealousy, control, and security. It's just about what's right. It's about respect. Your partner should be first no matter what. And if it means leaving that friendship, why wouldn't you leave your friendship for your partner if that's the person you love? That should be simple. Like that shouldn't even cause a problem. All right. So all y'all that are saying that I'm fucking on my friends, don't appreciate that. But we'll move on.
They weren't your friends before, right, Dom?
Yeah. I was the shoulder to lean on. That's all.
You heard that, right? So he was the shoulder to lean on.
It's a funny situation. I had ex-girl of mine, right? That we kind of split up. We were like on the outs, like let's take a break type. And a mutual friend that we know tried to become that shoulder to cry on. And it was crazy. It was like on the humble. I ended up walking in like a restaurant and going to pick somebody up in the airport. And homeboy was there, and I was like, "What?" I was with my man, walked out. I grabbed the ice pick. You know, when they in the restaurants when they do the ice, I grabbed the ice pick on the way out. And I was waiting outside, and then like, yo, it's not what you think. Blah, blah. He copping the 3 to 9. I was like, I came to my senses like I ain't going to jail for this. And I just was like, yo, you a dub. See ya.
That's worth it. You know what's that is, but that's such an uncomfortable, like, have you ever been like somewhere with your lady and another chick that you fool around with has been not at the same time, just like even in the past, has been like pops up? It's such a nerve-wracking type of thing, like I'm one. I try to just act like I don't even see the person, right? I think that's kind of fucked up to do that.
She knows, dude. But she knows.
But it's like that's happened on vacation 2 times. Let me say that 2 times that I went with my ladies on vacation, and I've seen someone that I had an affair with, whatever the case was, that it was just like fucking ironic. I'm like, how is this possible? Like, really? Like, I'm like, that's why I know there's a God, and God is just having a good time with me.
And Dom, to follow up, it takes 2, right? It's your partner and that person. It's not just. That's kind of like, all right, he's the shoulder to cry on, but she giving that that rhythm too. So. We gotta
Listen, I dance salsa, merengue, and bachata in front of my man, but no reggaeton. And how do y'all feel about your woman dancing with another man in general?
Flat out? No.
Yeah.
You could dance with your cousins.
You're against that?
Nah, you ain't dancing with dudes. Like, let me say this. Respectfully. So I don't want this to come across the wrong way. You could always. My wife could dance with members of the opposite sex that I observe and that I know. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But there has to be you have to conduct yourself in the proper manner, son. You just do. And as long as that's the case, whatever. You know?
What it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into the horizontal mambo.
Hey, Los, that's gay, man. Why are you telling me, hey, hun? Like that's not even right, man.
Oof.
He was talking to somebody in the chat. I had to do that. My fault. Oh shit. Don't get married. What do you mean? These 2 gentlemen are married. They have their relationships. They're in love. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. I want to get married. I can't wait to get married. That's something I'll definitely look forward to. I can't say there's anything wrong with that. One thing that I did write down here is we have to remember, which was something for me, is that looking at your past experiences causes us to see the world differently, right? things that I've done in my past is going to cause me to see women differently than maybe how you see women, right? With certain situations. For me, again, my thing was, I was a guy that maybe fooled around with women when they had a boyfriend or husband or whatever the case was, right? It's something that now I had to train myself to say, look, don't believe that now I got a woman. Don't think that she's doing the same thing, because that can fuck with us a little bit, right? It's like, damn, this was what was happening. You don't want your girl to be the one doing the same thing. But I say that to say this. I think when those situations happen, what do you say the percentage is that you believe? Because I believe the majority of the time, maybe 99%, is because there is something lacking in their relationship. There's something that they're not happy with. I don't think it's many women out there that just decide to say, I just want to fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot that do just rather just fuck other people too. I mean, look, women are hoes like men are nowadays. But I think the majority, especially when you get to this tender age that we're at, I think they tend to do it more because of their unhappiness in their home. How y'all feel about that?
Well, I'm gonna say what I say to that is, by the numbers, statistically, women initiate the divorce when it comes to marriages. They're the ones that are like, yo, it's over. And when you analyze what goes on between men and women in committed relationships, there's understandings to circumstances, right? Mm-hmm. At the same time, if a woman is out in the world and she has a husband or a boyfriend or is in a committed relationship and she's seeking the attention of others, there's like a slew of reasons why she could be doing that. She could just be, woman, thou art loosed. She could be, her man's not doing it. He's not taking care of her. There's a whole bunch of things that could lead to, or give the reasons why. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to is the honesty, respect, and the communication. If your man ain't hitting it right, and if you love him, you need to talk to him. If he's lacking, he's not romantic, you need to talk to him. And it goes vice versa for men. If there's something lacking and you really care about this person and you want shit to work, you got to talk. It's just the reality. Stop being scared.
And if y'all need a shoulder to lean on, I'm right here. Dom G, Instagram, Dom G718. I'm your shoulder to lean on. We can talk. Strictly platonic. There's a study here that from the American Psychological Association, it says that 20 to 40% of marriages have infidelity. So put simply, that's 1 to 2 couples out of 5 are involved with a partner that has a wandering eye. And I think that seems pretty accurate. There's for me, my biggest fear is having that kind of woman that will be out with me walking down the block and letting another man know visually that she's intrigued, right? That for me that's a fear of mine. But I'm also the one that says, look, I have no problem with you looking at a good looking guy. If you find a guy handsome, that's fine, right? We're human. We find the opposites attract, whatever the case might be. That's fine. But just don't make it so obvious. If he looks at you, turn. Don't let him notice that you might be stressing him a little bit. I'm okay with that, because again, it is what it is. I like to be able to tell my partner, look at that ass, look at the titties on this one, whatever it is. I want to be able to express myself. My woman can't express herself like that. I don't want her to be like, damn, look at the bulge in his gray sweatpants. Like, you can't tell me that. I don't want to hear that.
You see the print on that guy? Gray sweatpants?
That guy human or he's a fucking horse? What is he? Like, I don't want to hear that. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm not gonna, I also don't want you walking next to me feeling like, oh my God, I can't look at this guy. I can't look at, no. That's what it is. That's fine.
Childish.
Yeah. And I think if you're dealing with someone like that, that's insecurity. That's jealousy. That's something that you need to handle before it handles you. Christine said, my Puerto Rican husband wouldn't allow me dancing with anyone besides him or myself. Oh. All right. And look, that's okay.
If it
I
works,
mean,
works.
I think in the world, like, I don't know, Sasa Merengue, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm from the old school. You know, I always going to parties with my parents, and it seemed like everybody kind of danced with everyone. You know, it's like you just, I guess, innocent in a way.
Yeah.
But the problem is, yeah, the outfits y'all wear nowadays, man, it's tough. How the fuck can I dance salsa with you with some of the outfits you guys are wearing, man? Like, my eyes got to be somewhere, and I can't look. You know, where am I gonna be looking? That's a tough one, man. So, I guess it is what it is.
Salsa's a sensual dance, it's very but it's fast, so it's not like you're stop, it's like reggae, you're grinding, you're up, in salsa you're moving, you could get away with a little salsa, but then that reggaeton drops, the reggaeton drops, you're like, all right.
I mean, you could dance also at a distance. You could, you could kind of, but again, the visual, right? What are you looking? I'm not dancing with you at reggaeton. I'm going to be looking at what you're doing with your ass, right? Exactly. So I think you have to take that into account also, because what's the first thing women want to do, right? Is have the girls, everybody laughing, twerking, and doing. I
danced with your friend, and he got a hard on. I didn't know what to do.
I think that again, I think it's we're speaking to generalizations, because the reality is not every woman does that shit that we see that they start throwing the ass, right? And we're doing this in jest and in fun, but in reality, when you have a woman, I'm not talking about a female, I'm talking about a woman. A woman conducts herself in such a way that she understands, I'm committed to this man, and I'm not going to put myself in positions to make myself look crazy. And what do I mean by that? By going on the floor and throwing it back on some dude, some rando, or drinking too much, and her tetas are falling out of her dress, her stripper wear that she's wearing. And not all women dress like the time. There are women that are 30, 40 years old that look elegant, look beautiful, look sexy as hell, but their titties ain't falling out, their asses and shit. You understand? Mm-hmm. That's part of what being a woman is. And when that happens, a man will recognize that. When he's looking for a real woman, he's gonna recognize those attributes. That's those things really don't come into play. You just like, oh, I like the way she move.
Mm-hmm. And exactly. Is it? Lo said, Mr. A didn't like the results of that study. I guess he's talking about the marriage study.
Nah, again, that's the thing. It's the beautiful thing about talking these conversations, because they're generalizations. They don't apply. Somebody that's in New York City right now is looking for a wife. And I bet you there's somebody probably in Seattle, Washington, that is lonely. She works out. She got a great career. She's beautiful. She wants a family, and she can't find a man. They live in these generalizations of society, and they're buying into what we're talking about here. But they don't understand that if they just found each other, they would be in a committed relationship. They would love and respect each other. They would build a family. You understand? And create legacy. And again, this is why it's important for us to have these conversations, to do away with the misconceptions of what relationships are or should be like. We've gotten away from that. Look at your parents.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because you come into a relationship believing what you believe a relationship should be. Your partner comes in believing a relationship is what your partner believes it should be. Right? You have to understand these are two different outlooks. And again, it goes back to the history of things that might happen in your past. Maybe you come from a family that there wasn't love. Maybe there's so many things that come into this. So you have to, again, be able to, number one, communicate and come to an understanding. Most important. If you can't come to an understanding on what exactly you want the relationship to be and say, okay, this is the way I feel it should be. Now communicate to me what you feel like it should be. And now you got to come to an understanding, but not something that's going to make you miserable inside. Because if you're going to agree just because you don't want to lose the person, you're going to end up you're going to end up looking for that shoulder to lean on, right? Before you know it, like Lo said, you're going to be leaning on the shoulder so you can ride on the dick. It's just exactly what it's going to be. Right. And look, but that's just the reality of it.
I just snorted right now. Can't believe
man. But you're the same person who said if you was walking with your girl, you want to be able to look at another girl's ass and say to your girl, she got a fat ass. Yes, I because I want to be real and honest. That it's all about honesty, right? Like being who you are, not a representative. Be who you are. That's it. Like you're gonna know who I am. I'm gonna show you who I am. Now it's your choice. You love it or you don't. Right? Don't go in trying to love it. You go trying to love it, it's not gonna work. You gotta say, you know what, this is for me, or it's not for me. I mean, especially again, we're getting up there in age that now, if you don't know by now that some things work, some things don't, then you're just a fucking confused individual. you need to go read some books, meditate, do something. You got to get your shit in order. You're not ready for a relationship, and that's it. I mean, what else is there to say? Let me see.
Tawana's talking about playing together. Whoa.
No.
Ooh, that's crazy.
That's it. I keep the respect for my man, whether he is out with me or not. Oh, and you know what? There are lots of women that I respect like that. There's nothing to me sexier than if I'm in a play, maybe we're just in a bar or friends, whatever, and I go to find someone interesting and right off the bat, it's like, oh, I got a man, like, and they just shut me down. I think, like, I look at a person just in awe, because I think that's such a beautiful thing. Like, it makes me feel like, damn, I wish I was her man. So I wish I could even tell her man what she just did. You know, like it's a wonderful thing because it doesn't happen all the time.
Well,
no need. Oh, this is what you're saying. No need to cheat if we can play to get. You know what? And this is why I say bisexuals for me are amazing creatures. They're amazing creatures in the world. And look, that's my preference. Again, not everybody's cup of tea.
Dom, I got a question for you, Dom. So you said you're single, right? You said that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So where do you date these days? Where do you go to date? Like,
honestly,
friends. Like,
I haven't even had time to date. Like, honestly, bro, I've just been so busy. They got the websites. Yeah, there's a sites that you can go. You know, Tinder,
Grindr.
Grindr's well, I never heard of.
It's a gay one. It's a gay one. It's a gay.
Oh, is it?
I mean, honestly, with like the trends and a lot of shit that goes on nowadays, like, unless you know somebody from before, I'm kind of leery of, like, wait, you know what I mean? Like,
you gotta be, bro.
You know,
you gotta be, and that's why ladies out there understand. If I meet you and I say, please allow me to grab your pussy, there's no disrespect intended in that. It's just an inspection. That's all it is. I'm inspecting.
But they got those too.
That's true. But if you went, damn, that's true. All right,
it's like beyond pussy. That's not blood. That's bee juice.
Okay, let's make believe you guys ain't married right now, right? You're not married. And you're fucking chick, all right? You're fucking somebody right now. But in the middle of while y'all fucking, they tell you that they were a dude at one time and they just got everything. Do you finish?
Hey, yo!
Wow. That's a real male question.
What do you guys do?
I shit on her, right?
Oh shit, man.
Hold on.
We'll plead the fifth to that. We'll plead the fifth. Oh shit, man.
I don't think I honestly believe in reality, and it's funny as hell. I think that would be a movie, son. Like, that is something so sacred. You know what I'm saying? You butt ass naked, digging it out, doing all sorts of talk, and that's happening. And then she's like, hold up, I gotta tell you something. My name used to be Pedro.
Oh my God.
Son.
Not only did I have a tummy tuck, I had a beach-o tuck too.
Like, that's a dub. Like, you know, it's sad because people have been put in those situations, and I can never blame somebody for how they react to a situation, right? And in that situation, when somebody reacts what others consider negatively, you can't hold that person to any account because that person's been lied to. And it's just like if you was in a relationship. Let's say you was kissing your girl and you was like, yo, why you was late? Oh, no, I had to work late. Yo, you sure? Yeah, da-da-da. And y'all start watching, Netflix and y'all making out for a minute. She stops you and she goes, oh, I'm lying. I was sucking Trevor's dick before I got home. I can't blame you if you wild out and flip on her. You never know. You can't hold somebody responsible, for their actions because they've been lied to. What happens afterwards? Yeah. And when you lie to somebody, your dog, whatever comes after that, you gotta eat it because you put yourself there. Pause. Pause. Yeah, super pause.
I agree. And with that said, going in that direction, right? Let's talk about that because we made this about opposite sex friends. But listen, there's a lot of same sex shit going down, right? There's dudes out there with women that got a so-called best friend woman that eating pussy on the side that the man has no idea about. A lot of that shit going down. So, just for the guys out there, but I mean, women too, because a lot of I'm hearing so many stories about dudes that end up being gay, sleeping with another dude, and their wives find out and shit like that. There's a whole lot of that shit going on. So, but don't sleep on that, people, because if you haven't experienced shit like that, that shit is going around. It's happening out there. So you have to be careful with all that stuff. But I just feel like, look, you know in your gut when something ain't right. You know, like the gut doesn't lie.
I got a question. How do you end up being gay? Like, how do you end up being gay? Because for me, if you're, I know I told this story before. I'm not going to tell it again. But long story short, this dude turned a long relationship, like 5-10 years. He was with this woman and turned around and told her, "Yo, I'm gay. I can't be with you no more." So for me, he was always gay.
I think it's always gay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you turn gay. It was probably always there. And, for whatever reason, people are afraid to come out and
sound like
try to live. They try to live the life that society says you have to live. And that's what happens when you try to follow society's moves. You're going to end up fucked up, man. That's just what it is. And we shouldn't.
Sally, you ever seen those? The my name used to be Pedro. in the clubs, you ever seen them?
Of course.
Yeah. Crazy. Some of them look super passable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Halloween. I was at Halloween one night and I was like, whoa. That's
oof.
And let me tell you, there's some that are fucking. I have a cousin that's transgender and she's sexy as fuck. She a sexy bitch. She come on here like I ain't gonna blow my guy up, but he was someone that was participating tonight, and long story short, I said let me fuck with him a little bit, and I showed him a picture of her, and I said, listen, it was a girlfriend of mine, her friend. She saw a picture of you, thought you were sexy, and wanted to holler at you. And he looked at, he's like, you lying. You lying.
He's in the room.
He's like, you lying to me. I said, nah, man. I said, no, I'm dead ass serious. So now we start laughing, right? We're all cracking up. And he's oblivious to it. So he looks, he goes, you lying, right? She don't like me. She don't like me. I said, no, it's not that. No, he doesn't like you. But that was a moment. That was a great moment.
I think that men and women should be able to be friends on the surface, and anything past that, man, you're not being honest with your partner. There's something lacking in your relationship, and you need to address that shit ASAP.
I think that is one if you're in dating world, that's one place you have to be honest. Up front. I was a man before. I'm a woman, so we take it from there.
That's it. Let that person know right away.
Yeah.
But staying on course, right? Again, we talk about the ways you're supposed to handle your opposite sex friends. Okay, and again, is the trust is everything, because once you lie about anything, that's the end of that friendship. You ain't having that friendship as far as I'm concerned, right? Everything should be out and open and real. But again, there's the other half. The other half is the person who is controlling, who is jealous, right? So we get people start asking, how do you know that this is just a genuine vibe your partner has that maybe feels something ain't right? Maybe it's not you, maybe it's him, maybe it's her, whatever it is. Or how do you know if that might be something that's true jealousy, insecurity, you know, or whatever the case from the partner and just trying to control your moves? How would you go about that as far as, let's just say, you know, you got your daughter and you're trying to explain to your daughter this process? How would you explain that?
So
now that's you. You got a daughter. That's you.
The reality for me, at least, I have a daughter and a son. Oh wow, I knew it was him. I was like, there's not many dudes in this room. Yo, Los, that's what you get for trying to be a funny guy. I from the time that she was very young, well, the time that I started to understand that, you know, she was looking at boys differently, right? I started giving her straight talk. Like, you're going to grow up, you're going to fall in love, you're going to have sex, you're going to have children, you're going to get your heart broken, blah, 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 blah. These are all things that are going to happen in your life that I can't control. They're outside of my control. What I can do is I could tell you that males ain't shit, especially right now in junior high school. They are absolutely no.
Junior high school kids ain't shit.
Yo, dude, in junior high school, Selly, come on, junior high school. Dude, we was trying to knock everything down. We didn't even know what to do with ourselves. We were out of control. The hormones is going crazy.
That's not it.
Yeah. So, you know, I started explaining that to her. And as she grew and got older, I would tell her, when a man loves you, there's not going to be, oh, I'm busy, oh, I got to work, I got to this. It's not going to be nothing. It's going to be, Ma, I'm stuck at work, but when I'm done, I'm heading straight over. You know, what you want to eat for dinner? Or, Ma, understand something, tomorrow I got to get this done, but after that, I'm heading straight over to the crib. There's no excuse. When a man wants to be with you, he's going to be with you, period. And that's how I made her understand, like, look, this is how it works. So when a dude tells you, oh, you know, it's not you, it's me, or I don't have the time right now, that's all bullshit. He just wanted to get the drawers, right? But a man is going to tell you, yo, this is what it is. I'll be there right after. You understand? He's going to let it be known that he's going to handle his business. And that's how she began to build her understanding of these males that are approaching her, to separate them for who she's with now. She's engaged right now to be married. So,
we're overlooking, you know, the elephant in the room, though. Women are never happy. Don't worry about it. Women are never satisfied, no matter what we do. No.
The jealousy. Let's talk about the jealousy, right? I think my woman's not jealous at all, and I say that, and you know, there's probably somebody that knows, and they're like, yeah, right. But her jealousy is not something that she's gonna live outwardly, because that makes her look crazy. It makes her look childish. But she'll communicate to me in a way that I understand. Like, I can't be smiling too much. I can't be, you know, maybe she feels like I'm doing a little too much. And even then, I could count on one hand the times that my wife has ever communicated to me any form of like that sort of feeling, right?
Yeah.
And when it comes to that, it's about communication. And when you communicate to your partner, you guys have an open dialogue and understand how each other feel, then, you know, your approach to the world and how you move in the world is different, because you care about that person. You want them to be good. You know what I'm saying? But jealousy, some women, oof, man. Feísimo.
Jealous. They everybody's relationship is different, man. You know, whatever works for someone don't work for somebody else. As long as you got the main goals of moving forward together, you know, doing power moves together. That's the main shit. But however, some people like to just fight all day. I'm like, yeah, that shit turns me on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some people.
right?
That makeup sex is, some people love that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. It's an amazing thing.
Sally's making a great point, and everybody in the room who's watching the show should know that relationships and what works for you doesn't work for everybody else. He's 100% right what he's saying. And the point to that is, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, but we're perfect in our ways of being. We're perfect for each other. So I could be looking on the outside of Sally, and Sally could be looking on the outside of me and be like, the fuck out of here. I ain't never doing that shit. But that doesn't work for Sally. And Sally could be looking at me and going, I'll never do that shit. That doesn't work for him. You understand?
Yeah.
So what makes us imperfect, and then we're with a partner and we're good, whether it be that we love to fight or we love to, fucking, I don't know, knit socks, whatever the commonality is.
Like Ghost with the fucking
the clay. we're perfectly imperfect together. And I think that's what people need to understand. Stop buying into the.
To be okay with that.
Yeah, you gotta be.
You need to be okay. You need to be okay with that, because again, you guys are married men. I give my perspective from a single man, right? And through my multiple relationships, I can say, look, I've had great relationships. I've had great women in my life, women that came to my life for a reason. Every single one that I've been with have taught me something. Whatever it might be, right? Maybe they were able to show me my own insecurities. Maybe they were able to show me the things that I'm not doing enough of, like whatever it was. So I appreciate them more. And I think that I would say damn near all the women that I've had in my past would honestly say they appreciate the relationship, because I never put them in a situation that was a fucked up situation. Yeah.
Are you still cool with most of them?
I'm cool with all of them. Like I'm cool with all of them.
Over here, this guy.
That's what I'm saying. It could be because I got good dick. It might be that too. I can't. It's hard for me to let you know exactly what it was.
The Altoid in the asshole.
Yo, take a survey. Who's ever done the Altoid in the backside?
Oh man.
I call it frozen.
Frozen.
Yo,
but seriously, it's it's been learning experiences for me. Like, so it's been something to a point that I've become a better man because of all these women that I've had in my life, and to this point now that was like, all right, I know exactly what it is I want. I know exactly who I want. When I see that, I think the best way to put it is that I know what I don't want.
Right.
So as long as I don't have things I don't want, I can make things work with things I do want. And for me, like, that's all I'm looking for. Like, now I know I don't have to, where in the past I might have accepted a woman maybe because we were just having great sex, or maybe because her head game was fucking second to none. Like, and that made me lean towards the, you know what, I'm gonna keep her as wifey because she does some of these things great. She does this.
You know what's gonna happen when you finally meet that one? No te va a parar, bro. You're like, yeah.
I truly think that, like, my dick is alien, because my dick is still like 18 years old. Like, I don't have the average dick. And if there's anybody here that can vouch for me, please do.
Yeah.
But
you bang down, please let us know in the comments.
I'm kidding. People, we're joking. All right. For anybody that's new on here, like, this guy is ridiculous. No, I'm joking.
We're only serious.
Okay? We're joking. We're joking seriously, okay?
Yeah.
But hold on 1 second, because I cannot find my my charger, and that's not going to be good if my laptop dies.
Oh man,
we're on
here.
So I'm gonna have to say, give me 1 second. While I plug this in.
I'm here to fucking amuse you.
So we can.
Yo, Sully, do you think that Dom is marketing himself right now to the females in the audience?
Yeah,
Maybe a little.
you're looking for 12 inches. You better add the three of us together.
No. It's not 12 inches, yo. It's definitely not.
That's it. Oh, he's backing up. There goes the neighborhood.
Neighborhood right there. Yo, you know what? I want to see if we're still on. Yeah, we're still. No, we're still on because YouTube is rolling.
I don't know if it is.
There you
Can
go.
you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. There, he's back. You got your charger in?
I think so, but it's still not charging. Ain't this a bitch?
You're doing a Sully right now, bro.
Yeah, hey, dude. Give me 1 second, people. I apologize.
No doubt.
Yeah, hey, do me a favor, my son. And this is why we have kids, because they tend to be able to help us in our times of need. Yeah, hey, give me
My son was
a
snapped.
charger.
Happened so?
Over
Jeremy was
here.
knocked out. That's why I didn't get help with the
Quick,
mic.
hey, quick.
Yeah, I just
Live.
Jason
What?
like restarted.
Anything, any box. I
Okay.
need a box.
And it
Quick,
made
like
the connection.
ASAP.
Okay.
Because I just
Excuse me,
didn't
I'm
know.
sorry, people. Technical difficulties. I thought my laptop would last this episode, but we're going a little longer because we're having some good conversations here. So, Dom, your pee-pee is gonna fall off one day. Listen. We're joking here, okay? I'm not sleeping with women everywhere in any way I can. It's not happening. It's jokes, people. I've done that in the past. That's my fun. But
Anytime they refer
Now,
to it as a
I'm just
PP, that's a
looking-
bad situation, bro.
but perfect. Excuse me, people.
You gotta love this guy.
All right. In the middle of the show, I made it happen. I'm my own producer, people. Okay, so please forgive me. But we got it done.
But
All right,
yo,
I'm not gonna
Dom,
lose
let's get back to the whole keeping friends.
All right.
Like, I think that everybody should understand. Like Sully was saying, not everything works for everybody. There's certain people that they keep a whole leap of friends and they all go party out together and they stay in a committed relationship and they're super social and blah 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 blah. And that works. That works for them.
That's me.
Right.
That's me.
But you're not in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Like I'm speaking to like people that are committed. Some people can function that way. I've seen groups of people that do that.
Yeah.
However,
but I'm one because when I was in a relationship, I was that guy. Mm-hmm.
But when you keep a friendship with a woman, with somebody from the opposite sex, and it's hidden, and I'm not saying they just don't know about them. I'm saying they don't know about the dynamics. Because anybody you lay down with, that's not good. That's not good to bring that into the fold of your relationship. That can be a problem.
No.
That girl, she may be cool with you, and when you're not looking, she's acting cute and sending signals to wifey like, yeah, I'm gonna take this motherfucker from you, or talking funny.
And they notice. And
girls
they notice.
are catty. Girls are catty.
They notice. Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about friends
I've
that
been in that situation.
you're talking to, like, or you just like friends that Like, what are we talking about here? Like someone you're hiding, like talking to all the time behind your girl's back, or
Well,
someone
Dom is,
like I'm saying, someone you just maybe is a friend that I have on Facebook, but maybe we flirt. There's little flirtatious type of messages that we send, and now we just kind of maybe we went to a concert that we're both there. They're both there.
you think
you can see
your girl
see right through certain things.
You think your girl doesn't have those friends?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Both ways.
Yeah, they have those friends too that throw the little, hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then and there's like I hear girls like they constantly get like dick pics sent at them inbox, this and that. You know what I mean? So it happens both ways. It's just years ago, if we're in the friend zone, because I tried to bang it, and you didn't give me the ass, so we're in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? But
Let's say any of the viewers cried on Dom's shoulder. No, there's no viewers here that cried on my shoulder, man. Okay, let's not make me the next meme out there. Okay,
why don't you play "I'm Every Woman" for your boy? I think we all know or should know as men that if your woman is worth anything to you, if you see her as anything of value, if you see her as attractive, if you see any of that, and even if you don't, when she walks out the door, from the moment that she leaves the crib to she gets to work, wherever she's going and coming back, she's got 5 offers. She's got 5 offers for dick.
Without a doubt.
Easily. Right? And there's always that dude that, oh, he's so nice. Yeah. Joe, he wants to fuck you. He wants to hit it. Oh, he's getting that for you?
No, he
Trust
doesn't.
me.
Okay.
Yeah. I hate that whole oblivious shit.
Yeah.
You're lying to me,
Give
trying
him
to
a pussy, see if he's gonna take it.
Yeah.
Right?
Like quickness. Like call him up and cry right. Like on the internet side, I don't know if you see this, they do loyalty tests and they take, the phone from the boyfriend or the girlfriend. Yo, call your friend and tell her you want to hang out, or tell him you want to hang out. And immediately, as soon as, he was acting like this, and I'm upset, but I wanted to hang out. You want to hang? Yeah, come through. I got you. I told you that nigga was a sucker.
This is a good question. So, if your girl had kids from a previous relationship, how do you feel about being good friends with the baby daddy?
Maturity.
I think that's a must. Yeah, it's maturity. Absolutely. Like
maturity.
You're talking about your kid there. So I mean, you do whatever is necessary for your kid. I mean, if that's part of the family now, that's family. We got Caddy. The host should have respect. If she knows a man is married, he should be off limits. But I guess that's the difference between a friend and a chia. Oh yeah, well, that's facts. I mean, you know, women don't have no respect for there's no. I mean, both. People, please understand. If I say women, I also mean men. This is for both parties here. Like there's no respect in look, like you just said, you walk outside, there's going to be offers, right? It is what it is. It's just the world we live in. So if you don't have that respect and you cannot be friends with your partner, then just leave it alone. Yeah. Like, why hold on to that? For what reason? There's no reason. Not even the kids are good enough to hold on to that for. My mom and my dad, my mom especially, she would tell me that all the time. You don't stay in a relationship for the kids. Kids are going to grow up, leave, have college, have their own life. And then what? You're stuck with this person and you're miserable. Or at that point, you're going to decide to leave. And now you're already old. Your dick don't work no more. Like, for what reason? Like, do what you have to do now. Your happiness is everything. You got to be selfish with your happiness. Like 1000%. I'm so big on that. People knock me for it sometimes and they say it's bullshit, but I don't believe it. I say you have to be selfish with your happiness, because if you can't make yourself happy, how can you make anyone else around you happy? It's impossible. So you come first. Your happiness comes first. Once you find your happiness within yourself, you're going to see a circle of love and energy like you've never known before, because I'm experiencing it now. Like I found that part of my life that I'm just like, everything's just coming to me right now. Everything's just amazing. Pause on that last sentence. Not everything's coming right now, but y'all know what I mean.
Every moment. I think that people need to understand that first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the reality when it comes to dealing with your relationship, there's nothing that should hold you, but the commitment that you have to what's going on within that relationship, good, bad, or indifferent, that's going to make you and push you in different directions. So what may unsettle some people by looking at it, you may be cool with that. You may just be like, yo, you know what? This is what it is. And, when the time comes, I'll deal with whatever. But at a certain point, you could be putting yourself in harm's way, because you could be acting on another one's behalf, but being a detriment to yourself. Ultimately, your mental attaches to your physical. And when those things are not good, you hurt yourself. You get sick, all sorts of shit. But you should, it's direly important to find some sort of happiness within your relationship one way or another. Because that bleeds over.
Important. Yeah. Don, like you said, the happiness, the person that I am now compared to 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my 40s. Like I always see, like, if I was become single, like I'm not that same dude. Like I'm, I cook, I do shit that I was a spoiled brat, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? 30 years ago, like I was like, fuck this, whatever, in the streets getting money, this, that, whatever. And now it's like, I was a family man, you know what I mean? I'm a family man. I take care of my kids, do the cooking, do this, whatever. That I don't stress the small stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, let me check her phone, or let me do this and all that shit back in the day.
Can't, bro.
Can't live like that.
Like, that's not the way to live, man. With somebody,
someone gonna do something, they're gonna do it. That's it.
Yeah, the dick gonna go in their mouth, or dick is gonna go in their mouth. That's it. If your man's gonna be eating some ass, he's gonna eat ass regardless. Like it just is what it is. You can't control that. It you know.
Yo, why do we go straight to eating ass? What?
Altoids. They need to sponsor us.
Yo,
facts. That's facts. Altoids, be out there. Let's go with the sponsors. We got two shows here. We got y'all.
Survey in the room. How many people eat ass? Survey in the room. That was coming anyway.
On occasion. It depends. Depends who it is. You know, I'm not just diving in the asses.
Yo, so what's up with the rando ass eating? But, kid? Like, what is that? Yo, that's crazy.
But to touch, like, again on the jealousy too, right? And I don't want to forget to say this. You know, you have those if you have a partner that tells you, I'm gonna be happy when you stop talking to him or her. I'm gonna be happy when you only need me in your life, right? When that happens, understand this. No one is responsible for your motherfucking feelings. Nobody's responsible for your feelings but you. So if you have someone that's telling you that they're gonna feel better if you do something, get the fuck out of here. No, you're in charge of your own goddamn feelings and putting those feelings in place. So if someone's telling you some nonsense like that, I don't want to hear it. Fuck away from them. Tell them to get their shit in order. And with that said, man, we got to get to a close on this. You know, we went a little overboard, but these are my guys here, and we were having some fun, having a great conversation. And I just want to thank everyone that was tuning in, especially my man, Mr. A. Selly. You guys were awesome. You already know we got a future road that we're gonna be doing some stuff. And I want to say thank you guys. This was dope, and I look forward to again getting back. Hopefully, you get back on your show, guys. If you don't watch them, YouTube at The Set 6145. Again, it's at The Set 6145. All right, it's every Wednesday at 7, right? Or 8?
7 o'clock.
So 7 o'clock. So tune in, guys, so you can watch them tomorrow. They always have incredible guests, dope show. And I want you guys to don't forget to tune in, watch them. And again, thank you guys. I got some kind of pervert in here right now that's saying jerk off and all. I don't know what the hell this is. How they even get in, these bots get in here, I have no idea.
I was trying to block them.
I got to figure out that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to wet girls, they're there. That's the facts. But fellas, I'm gonna take you out to the back. I want to thank you guys again, man. Peace, guys. Thank you for everything, and we'll do this again.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
thanks, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you as we come to a close. Before we do come to a close, you know, again, I got to thank my brothers, The Set 6145, for coming through, having a good conversation. Again, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. If you, again, on YouTube, hit those subscribe buttons. On Facebook, get your reminders. And tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe, pass it around, share it. I appreciate it all. Okay. A couple things, two things that I got to talk about. Just want to, if y'all can see in the camera here, it's gonna be a little tough. It's Princess OSNY. I'm talking about amazing products, trays of food, fruits. I'm talking about amazing things. I want to thank them personally. This Sunday we had a meeting, and I mean, one of the most beautiful trays I've ever seen personally. It was incredible, and I want to say thank you. Give that person a follow. They're located in the Bronx, and if you need things, they can actually pass it down to you. Another thing is, for those that have been supporting my guy Mike LaVille, he has the EP coming soon. He has been doing. He's working. I mean, he's working. He is signed to a 3-album deal. things are going to be positive moving forward. We're everywhere. We're doing so many things, and I'm enjoying this and I'm loving it. So I want to say thank you to everyone that on his video with Adele. It's over 200,000 views now, and it's still moving. And I want to thank you guys. You guys helped a lot when it comes to that. So to end this show, I want to play his latest cover that he just put out from Justin Bieber. And I'm going to leave the show with that. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Follow him on Instagram, Mike LaVille, it's MICLIVILLE. If you love this, let me know, drop a message. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. And we're going to do this again next week. Peace.
Your voice is music to my ears, I'm wide awake. Stuck on the way your frequencies, they resonate. You say that no matter what, you're watching over me. I knew when I first read your lips, only angels speak like this. You encourage everyone without trying. All of your boundaries keep me in line. God is within us, what you're always saying. Your energy is enough to suffice. Your intentions are obvious. Your affection's miraculous. Every promise that you make, you keep. Oh, oh. Never met nobody else like this. Only angels speak like this. Your voice is music to my ears, I'm wide awake. Stuck on the way your frequencies resonate. You say that no matter what, you're watching over me. I knew when I first read your lips, only angels speak like this. La-di-da-di-da-di-da, da-di-da, da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, da-di-da, da-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da, da-da. Only angels speak like this. The cadence you speak keeps us both in sync. The ocean we lay in makes it hard to think. Our spirits combine and it's a basic instinct. Your love is free spoken, not written in ink. Your intentions are obvious. Your affection's miraculous. I cherish your touch. Every promise that you make, you keep. Never met nobody else like this. Only angels speak like this. Your voice is music to my ears, I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. Stuck on the way your frequencies resonate. How they resonate.